Hello, and welcome back to Dashing Swordsman Painting. Today I painted up a Roman auxiliary soldier. This was a 3D print, part of a preview of the Join or Die Ancient World Roman Empire Kickstarter by 3DBreed Miniatures. This wasn't a sponsored video. They did send me the STL as part of their preview media set. It printed just fine, but I'll go over the printing process and show off some of the other models in a different video. First, I primed the model in light tan. Then I base coated the skin with Bugman's Glow from Citadel, covering the bare arms, legs, and making sure to get the toes in the sandals. Then I base coated the armor with Leadbelcher from Citadel, all of the chainmail and helmet, the metal parts of the sword sheath, and the tips of the bow. Then I painted the leather straps, quiver, sword sheath, and sandals with Leather Brown from Vallejo Game Color. Then I used Cold Gray from Vallejo for the pants and the scarf. For the bottom part of the tunic, or whatever term the Roman auxiliaries used, I went with dark camo green from Vallejo Model Color. I know bright red is traditional for Roman legionnaires, but since the auxiliaries came from different social classes and didn't always follow the same color scheme, I decided to get a bit creative. I liked the look so much, I ended up repainting the scarf in the same color and also used it on the sword handle wrap. I base coated the wooden part of the bow using wood brown from Reaper, and then for the fletchings on the arrows, I used light brown from Reaper. To highlight the skin, I mixed bright ivory from Pro Acryl with the Bugman's Glow base coat and hit the high points of the muscles, focusing on the upward facing areas. Then I highlighted the tunic by mixing the bright ivory with the dark camo green and applied it with short stipply strokes, concentrating on the folds and raised areas. Then I did the same with the pants, mixing the bright ivory with the cold gray for the highlights. I highlighted the contours and tips of the arrow fletchings using a mix of the bright ivory and the light brown. Next, I thinned down some of the leftover wood brown to make a wash and used it to add depth to the basing texture. And while that was still wet, I thinned down some light brown and stippled it onto the base in several areas to give a color variation. Then I mixed a bit of the cold gray into the same mixture and repeated the process for some additional variation. Then I covered the whole model in a dark brown wash. This is Agrax Earthshade from Citadel. After letting the model dry, then it was all finished. This mini took me about 25 minutes from start to finish. About half the time was on base coating and about half on the highlights. I think if I were batch painting for an army, I could definitely get that down even further, maybe another 5 or 10 minutes, just not having to switch paints between models. Thanks for joining here at Dashing Swordsman. Be sure to check out the Kickstarter campaign. I've printed 3DBreed's models in the past, and I genuinely think they do a great job. Good luck and have fun painting.